Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make a little lamp. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these stylish biodegradable straws and I'm going to cut one the height that I want. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little wood pieces that I got from the craft store. One has a hole, one does not. One is like routed to where it's got like a little bit of a contour to it. Alright? You want to glue them together. Okay. Try not to get the glue inside of that hole just yet. Alright. So you're going to glue them together. Try to center it the best that you can. Just like that. Alright. When it dries, you're going to have to take a larger drill bit and you're going to have to drill out the center where this piece here is. Because it is actually not quite big enough for the straw that I have, which is the biodegradable one. So I used a 1/4 inch drill bit. I drilled that out. You're going to have to hold it with pliers or something like that when you're doing it, and be very, very careful. And if you don't know what you're doing with the drill, then get somebody who does so you don't get yourself hurt. After that, I took a smaller drill bit and I drilled a hole in the bottom of that. And that's for the wire. Now you can route out this, which I will, with a router, or you can just kind of chisel it out with the saw or a knife or whatever so that your cord has somewhere to go. Alright? Okay, so routing out is going to be the way that I'm going to end up doing this light, but just for tutorial purposes, you would put this on a flat surface and you would just go back and forth like that, or you would put it in a miter box and then it would leave you an indentation. This takes a lot longer to do it that way, or if you're really, really careful, you can kind of chisel that out without cutting your finger along the way. This one is probably by far the most dangerous. So if you're going to do that, you need to be really, really careful. Believe me, these will slip right off of here and get you before you even know it's got you. So this is the way that I would not recommend doing it. It's probably the most dangerous. Okay, so you have your hole in the bottom. You've got your spot for your cord to go. Now, it will need to be a little bit thicker than what I just did, but basically that's what you're going to do. Okay? After you've done that, then you want to take your drinking straw, cut it to the height that you're going to want it to be. Put a little bit of the Elmer's wood glue on it. Okay. Take that, just kind of go around it to smooth it out a little bit so you don't get a goo gob. Alright. And you can push it down in there. Now, before I do that, I'm actually going to feed my light through there. And these lights are actually in the Christmas section and in like your holiday section. Okay? So that's how you're going to get that to go in there, just like that. Now, before I paint this, I'm going to fold this down in here so I don't get paint on it. Just like that. Okay? Now, for the top of the light, you can use a decorative bead, which actually ends up being really, really cute. I just fold it over just like that, or if you don't want to fold it over, before you feed it all the way through, you can put one of these little guys on it. I don't know what they're called, but they're spacers. Okay, you can put that on your wire and it'll keep it from going over. However, you're not going to see the wire in there, so you can just bend it and that's fine too. Okay, now this will fit right down in here. Now I've done pulled the wire out of the bottom, but basically that's going to fit right down in there. All right. So the next step you're going to want to do is spray paint this. I recommend that you use the Rust-Oleum Metallic. This goes on really great. It's really nice to use. I've used it with a lot of stuff. Shake it really, really well. Make sure that you're working in a well-ventilated area and wearing a mask when you're doing it so that you don't get it on you or you don't breathe in the fumes from it. All right, when you're spray painting it, you have to spray paint it in a ventilated area and make sure you're using all precautions. I took mine outside and did it. And if you use skewers, it's really easy to do because all you have to do is turn the skewer as you're going. That way you're getting the entire area covered. Okay? Sometimes, depending on how big your box is or how tight it is, you might have to pull it out and put it back in to turn it. But it works out great that way. And this one I didn't glue yet, but I just sat it there and sprayed it first. Okay, now the great thing about spray paint is it comes in several different colors. You can get the metallic gold, silver, you can get white, pink, blue, purple, whatever color you want. So you can make your lamps any color you would like them to be. You can also get beads in a variety of colors, or you can just get wood beads and you can paint them whatever color you want. I have a pretty large selection of beads here, and I'm actually making some lights, and I have some tutorials on those with those. And then I have some of these little guys excuse me, that I'm actually showing you how to make lamps out of as well. So when you're in the store, don't think that you can't use it. Also, along with like these are Christmas bulbs that are the miniature kind cut in half, and they can become light fixtures. So there's lots of ideas for lights. You can get decorative beads. This is actually a suction cup, spray painted with 2 beads on it. So think miniature when you're doing it. And that's just one little, you know, idea. Now you may also, once it's dry, put it all together and then work on it from there. All right, now back to the light. It's pretty much dry, at least dry enough where I can touch it. I'm going to put this up through the bead, just like that. Then I'm going to fold this over. Now there is 2 more lamps I'm going to do, so keep an eye on my channel that will teach you how to do this with different kinds of stuff. Like I have some of this really cool piping stuff that I got at Hobby Lobby, and they are actually brass and they have a hole in them. So I'm actually in the middle of making one like that, but I have it over at my father's house so that he can rewire it, because the wires are a little bit shorter on that, because these bulbs won't fit down in there. Okay, so I have my bulb twisted so it's down in there. You're not going to see it. However, if you are worried about seeing the green inside your light, you can always get one of these paint pens. Okay, Sharpie makes it. Shake it up really well and then just write on it like you would do anything else. And if you don't have access to those, you can always use a gold nail polish or a silver nail polish, whatever you want. Okay, so this is obviously not going to stand because the bottom is not routed out yet. But just to give you an idea of what this light's going to look like, I'm going to show you. There it is. Okay, it's a pretty cool dollhouse light for pretty much pennies. I mean, the straws, you can get 24 of them. I think I paid $2 for it. So you could make 48 lights with the base being made out of a straw for less than $2. These little wooden things, I want to say they were less than $1 at the craft store. And these beads I got with a 50% off coupon, and I got several of them for like $3. So for a cheap lamp, this is definitely the way to go. Now, as far as wiring these go, you can hardwire them to your dollhouse, or you can get a little tiny battery. Obviously, a 9-volt battery is too big for it, but you can get a little tiny like watch battery and put two of them together and put the two wires where they need to go. But once you have the bottom routed, this lamp will actually stand up, just like that. All right, so here it is again, lit up in the dark. Now I'm gonna have to give it another gold coat because I can see with it lit up because I have lights down in there because I didn't have a wire long enough yet. But give it one more coat of the gold and you won't see that. But there you go. That's it. Alright, thanks a lot for watching. Follow Dollhouse Miniature Madness and Tutorials on Facebook for more DIY. And if you like to go on Pinterest, I have thousands and thousands of pins under the miniature boards because I'm just loving Pinterest. Alright, I'm under there under Laurie Holden Heisler, and I'll talk to you next time. Hope this was helpful. Have a great day.